Today, we're going to dive into a pretty game-changing proposal that could really shape Kazakhstan's energy future. A global heavyweight, WHT Energy, has put together a detailed blueprint for two massive new power plants. So, what's actually in the plan? Let's break it all down.
This is about so much more than just concrete and steel. It's really a vision for a whole new energy ecosystem. At the heart of it all is the plan to build two state-of-the-art power facilities, one in Semey and one in Oskamen. The idea is for them to become the super reliable energy backbone for the entire region.
All right, so here's our roadmap. We'll start with the big picture vision. Then, we'll get to know the company behind all this, WHT Energy, and check out their pretty impressive global track record. After that, we're going to zoom right in on their specific strategy for Kazakhstan and finish up by looking at how they plan to make this a secure, long-term partnership. Okay, let's jump right in with that big picture. WHT Energy is framing this whole thing not just as another project, but as a genuine, long-term strategic partnership, one that's designed specifically to meet Kazakhstan's growing energy needs for years to come. Now, what's really cool about this whole proposal is the core technology they're using. Both of the plants are what we call CHP plants. That stands for combined heat and power. And it's an incredibly efficient process because think about it, instead of just making electricity and letting all that heat go to waste, a CHP plant actually captures that heat. It can then be used for industrial processes or even to warm buildings. It's all about getting more bang for your buck, more energy from the same single source.
So, who is this company putting forward such an ambitious plan? Let's take a closer look at WHT Energy and the wider group that they're a part of.
See, WHT Energy isn't some standalone company. Nope, it's a really key piece of WHT Global, which is a major international player in infrastructure. You've got WHT Energy, that's the specialized team that knows exactly how to build these power plants. But here's the crucial part. They also have Eco Ventures Capital, their own in-house finance division. What that means is they don't just have the know-how to build these massive projects, they have the financial muscle to fund them too.
Okay, when you're talking about a project this huge, you've got to have some serious credibility to back it up. So next up, let's see how WHT's global track record and their financial strength really stack up.
All right, first let's just talk about energy storage. They have the capability to deliver a massive 3 gigawatts of battery storage projects around the world. That's what's known as EPC, or turnkey capability, meaning they can handle absolutely everything from the first sketch to the final switch on. And they're definitely not just stuck in the past. Looking forward, they have a staggering 7-gigawatt pipeline of renewable projects already in development. We're talking solar, wind, and even innovative hybrid systems. And just to round things out, they've also delivered a full gigawatt of hydropower, which includes enormous dam projects. So what we're seeing here isn't a one-trick pony. This is a company with a truly diverse range of energy expertise. And this isn't just on paper. You can see their global reach right here, in action. We're talking about huge projects like the 640-megawatt oil-fired plant in Iraq. Plus, they have deep experience with large-scale thermal facilities all across Turkey and the Middle East. This is a company that absolutely knows how to operate on a massive scale, often in very challenging environments. So, keeping all that global experience in mind, let's see exactly how they're planning to apply it to their specific plan for Kazakhstan. WHT is proposing a really flexible two-track approach, one that's tailored to the unique needs of each of these cities. Now, before we get into those two tracks, let's just quickly revisit a term we mentioned earlier, EPC. It stands for Engineering, Procurement, and Construction. But really, all you need to know is that it's basically a turnkey contract. It means one company takes full responsibility for everything, from the initial designs to getting all the materials to building the fully operational power plant. Simple as that. And this is where their strategy gets really smart. They're offering incredible flexibility. For the Semey plant, they're proposing a standard EPC contract. WHT just comes in as the main builder. But for the Oskamen plant, they're offering something called an EPC plus finance model. This means WHT wouldn't just build the plant, they'd also use their financial arm to arrange the entire funding package. That creates a single point of accountability for the whole shebang. The path to get this done is laid out really clearly, step by step. It all starts with agreeing on a tentative budget. From there, WHT would generate a super detailed budget over a few months. Then you get a chance to enhance manufacturer warranties. And finally, there's the flexibility to pick and choose specific manufacturers based on budget, delivery times, and performance. It's a very transparent process. Look, with any mega project, the biggest question is always about managing risk, right? So in this last section, let's see how WHT plans to create a partnership that's both secure and predictable. One of the real standout features in their whole proposal is the use of UK arbitration. Now, this is basically a mechanism to handle any potential disagreements that might pop up down the line, and trust me, it's a huge factor in protecting the client's interests. So why is this such a big deal? Well, UK arbitration gives you a totally neutral and fair process for solving any disputes away from any local pressures. You get the predictability of a legal system that's been around forever, and the process is usually way faster than traditional courts. Critically, any decision made is enforceable globally. And if there are complex technical arguments, you're guaranteed to have actual experts in the field making the final call.
You know, this proposal doesn't just paint a nice picture, it gives a clear, actionable timeline. The plan is to get the final budget for the CIMI plant locked down by late 2025. Then things kick off in January 2026 with contract execution and mobilization. While all that's getting started, the financing for the Oskamen plant would be arranged with a target launch for that project in early 2027. WHT wraps up their proposal with this very clear statement of intent. They're basically saying, hey, we've got the experience, we've got the financial backing, and we've got the strategy all lined up. We are ready to start this partnership right now. So after breaking this whole thing down, it really comes back to this one question. WHT Energy has built its case on three incredibly strong pillars: a proven global track record, a flexible strategy that's tailored specifically for Kazakhstan, and a secure partnership framework designed to minimize risk. The ultimate question then is, are these the right foundations on which to build the country's entire energy future?